This is an example of computer music, and computer music is our subject today. This little RAM pack, which has 15 songs on it. Matter of fact, there's a ROM chip of the month club now where you can buy your popular songs in a chip instead of on a cassette tape or on a record. This is a simple example, but how does a computer make music? How's it doing this?
The Computer Chronicles, the story of this continuing evolution.
This is an example of computer music. Computer music is our subject today. This little RAM pack, which has 15 songs on it. The use of computers and music ROM chip of the month club now where you can buy your popular songs in a chip instead of on a cassette tape or on a record. This is a simple example, but how does a computer make music? How's it doing this?
The Computer Chronicles, the story of this continuing evolution.
The visit to MIT's experimental music school. The use of computers in musical composing is not...
Can you hear me calling your name?
Commander Hamilton.
yourself to dance. Lose yourself to dance. Lose yourself to dance. I know you don't get a chance to take a break or something. I know your life is speeding and it isn't stopping. Here, take my shirt and just go ahead and wipe up on the sweat, sweat, sweat. Lose yourself to dance. Lose yourself to dance. Lose yourself to dance.
We're here in a studio at the BBC's Radiophonic Workshop, and it's here that the electronic music and sounds from the BBC television series Doctor Who are composed and recorded.
Well, let's go back to the theme and think about one of the two sounds that are probably the most recognisable in the theme, the boom-ba-boom sound.
You can get that sound to be played by the computer, playing a tune that I've already got inside the computer waiting. Now all I need to do is call up the next page and we're ready to play it. So now if we type in P, M, full stop, P, C, press that, it'll play it.
This piece of electronic equipment, a computer that makes music. Hello, Peter.
Hello. Well, as you can see, it's in three main sections. And over there we have the computer section, which is rather a smaller box than you'd expect really for a computer. And back here, normal keyboard, a television screen on top, which is called a visual display unit, and here we have a normal typewriter keyboard that's linked to the computer. Now if I use this pen here and point at page 2, you get page 2 on the screen, and that gives you a list of all the sounds that are available in the computer. Now let's choose a sound. Let's choose fly. There we are. Now we can actually play that on the keyboard. There we are. Now on this page you can actually make your own sounds. Now I've got a microphone here, and since my voice is about the only thing we've got around that makes noise, let's try. Do! And that's do. Picture of do. You can also play it on the keyboard. Do, 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 do. Now what you can also do, see, is the fact that no hands. Anybody working it from behind? Yeah? I like the bass part, don't you?
That music you were just hearing is the signature tune to Doctor Who, and Peter Howell, who is one of the 6 composers who work here, is going to show us how he created and recorded the music.
Well, just in case there's anybody out there who really doesn't know what it looks like or sounds like, this is actually what you see on the programme. Actually, Ron Grainer wrote the original Doctor Who theme, and the producer thought, well, we want to make it a bit brighter and more modern sounding, and so we took Ron Grainer's theme and created a more modern sound. This is the beginning of it.
What did you use to make that sound?
Well, I used this synthesizer here. It's a very modern synthesizer, polyphonic, plays up to 8 notes at a time, and as you can see, there are lots of preset sounds. Take these 2 sounds here, funky 1 and 2. Let's get that chord going, there we are. Now, in order to get the sting effect, which is on the front of the theme music, if we then introduce what they call the ring modulator.
It's changing it.
That's right.
Sound, isn't
I
it?
don't know whether you recognise it, but it's what they used on the Dalek voices, the ring modulator. It's going further and further, it's getting more metallic.
It sounds like a Dalek, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's got that aggressive sound. Well, that's no good because it hasn't got that sort of sweep on it.
Sort of whoosh.
That's it. So we've got to introduce that gradually. Yes.
That's it.
Record it. Track tape machine.
We can see the needle moving, which means that we're recording track number 1 of 16 tracks.
That's it. We've just recorded the stings at the start.
And that's how most records are made these days.
Let's try and get that sound. Now we have the sting set. Sting. So, now actually for this version of the signature tune, I did constant bass like that. That's right. We've obviously got to keep that in tempo, so we play some sort of length. Tick track.
Precise tempo. The tune I always think of when anyone mentions Doctor Who is the high-pitched one.
Well, that was done on this machine here. Soften the front a bit. Well, obviously you've got to glide between the notes because it doesn't really sound right like that. So we'll put some glide in. Almost there. Add a bit of echo. Let's see what that sounds like. A bit of wobble on the end. That's basically how it was done. The next phrase was done using this box here, which is the vocoder. And this gives out an electronic but voice-like sort of quality. I'll show you what I mean. If you just play a chord or notes on the keyboard here, You can't actually hear them, but you can see that they've got into the box here by the green light being on there. Now, the only way you can let it out of the box, as it were, is to speak into this microphone, and it comes out of the box sounding like your voice.
So your voice releases the note you're playing on the
That's
keyboard.
right. Look, I'll show you. Here we are. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Peter, what's this over here? Looks very old-fashioned to me.
Well, it is rather, but it's a very useful little box. It's a phase unit. It's what I use for the end explosion. Let's just turn it on. Let's get a sound out of this. That was the old sound we had. Right, well, there's a fairly normal explosion, which is coming out of there. If we put it through this box, you'll see that it's got a sort of fireworks sound with it. And although this box actually isn't working very well, in fact it's gone wrong, I think it makes a very good noise anyway. And we never throw anything away at the workshop.
Well, we've seen you using all this electronic equipment, which is all very complicated. Is there anything else you use to create the sounds you're looking for?
Oh, very often we record ourselves banging drain pipes or whirling ashtrays on tabletops and things like that. Anything that can be reduced to a bit of tape and we can work with. I mean, the sound of the TARDIS taking off was actually done with somebody's front door key scraping down a piano string.
For the Doctor Who theme music, you use mainly the synthesizers and electronic equipment.
That's right.
How long did that take you to finish?
Well, it was something like 5.5 weeks, something like that.
Well, thank you very much, Peter.
Pleasure.
Well, let's cut down those 5.5 weeks now to just about a minute and watch Peter Howell as he once more records and creates the theme tune to Doctor Who.